Cryptillions, crypto crackheads, ladies and gentlemen, look behind me. I'm going to make myself invisible. This is the super macro mega chart. Bitcoin has formed the bottom of it back when it was about $2 in 2011. The bottom line was formed in 2011. The 1/4, half, 3/4, and top of the super macro mega channel. The reason why I'm going to use this chart today is during a VIP Discord call that I just got off of, I got asked a really good question, just a fantastic question, to which there is no perfect answer. And I want to share that question with you and how I try to reconcile the idea that there is no perfect answer, but how do I make the best guess? It's a very intriguing question. You should stay tuned for it, particularly new viewers. And for returning folks, it's something we haven't really covered before. The second thing that I want to cover in this video is how to, just basic overview of how to interpret the Bitcoin dominance chart, not in terms of where's it going next, but rather in what two situations does Bitcoin dominance go up, but there's really only one situation when it ever goes down. And we're going to cover that as well, so stay tuned. Let's go rock your socks off. Let's get it. Let's start with the easy one, Bitcoin dominance. Back here is the beginning of the bull market of 2017, before Ethereum was a big deal. Bitcoin dominance fell abruptly for two main reasons. Ethereum's dominance started rising, but also Ethereum acted as a shitcoin catapult. I usually don't curse. I curse once a month on public YouTube. So sorry if you have kids around, but a shitcoin catapult. And so more and more altcoins were introduced in the market, even though Bitcoin wasn't doing badly, it was going up this time. But more and more altcoins magically came into existence with 1 billion market cap out of thin air. Similar to the 2021 bull market, Internet Computer, ICP came out with an $8 billion market cap out of thin air before they even had revenue. They didn't have profit, not even close to being profitable, because they didn't even have revenue, but they're worth $8 billion, snap of a finger, which when it came out and was listed, Bitcoin dominance automatically fell. So in two ways, you had a drastic fall down on here. So that's what we're looking at. And during that bear market, Bitcoin dominance went up. And when the bull market started again around 2021, technically around October of 2020, that's when Bitcoin dominance started falling again. So Bitcoin is at a crucial area here. There are two ways that it could break out of here for the first time ever. Two conditions could happen. Either A, Bitcoin drops pretty fast. There would be a pretty violent drop. And why would Bitcoin price dropping make this almost, that is one of the main ways this would fly, and Bitcoin dominance would skyrocket? Because when Bitcoin drops fast, altcoins drop faster. And this difference from here to there, that box, is a positive for Bitcoin. So Bitcoin gains dominance in the whole market cap of everything put together, because it falls slower. So when Bitcoin falls slower, Bitcoin dominance goes up. So there are two ways for this to break out. Bitcoin going down with a bang, not ranging. Sometimes ranging Bitcoin near highs, alts, this could actually get rejected if Bitcoin ranges and alts continue to do well, and because they're held up by Solana and or Ethereum or whatever. So Bitcoin dropping fairly quickly. Not flash crashes, but a steady downtrend. The other way that this could break up is a more unlikely case, because I feel that this phase in whatever bull market or beginning of whatever market we're in, it was very Bitcoin heavy dominated. And this could be that Bitcoin goes up through adoption or whatever, and essentially leaves altcoins in the dust. So if Bitcoin were to go up and Bitcoin dominance flew with it, that means on average, Bitcoin is outperforming the vast majority of altcoins, but you would clearly, in that case, have a few altcoin winners, which could just far above everything else, just outperform everything. You could have things like Caspa or Solana be those a part of those big winners that continually outperform Bitcoin. Although Bitcoin dominance is going up, they should be going down but it's just Bitcoin's outperforming the vast majority of altcoins. But they're all going up together, but Bitcoin's going up faster. I think that's a little bit more unlikely because I feel that that phase of the market where Bitcoin outperformed everything, like as you can see behind me, actually you can't see behind me, as you cannot see behind me. As you can see behind me, it really, I mean, since the last week of October, it really started firing up. So my favorite way for this to break out is if this is a local top and we had a triple top before some consolidation in a monthly or a weekly higher low, which could take us down to as low as 40, but maybe only 52, maybe only 58. And that would, but in that drop, this would start breaking out. And it could fall back in, but all right. There's only one way for this to go down, the Bitcoin dominance chart in general. That is when everything is going, so all things are going up. Solana's going up, Ethereum's going up, XRP probably going sideways still since no one cares about it anymore. I'm just picking on XRP, folks. I feel actually kind of sorry for you all, but that you hung around this long and XRP news came out and it only pumped for 4 hours total. Wow, how disappointing. Anyway, but everything's going up and it's an altcoin season. So Bitcoin's also going up. So Bitcoin's going up, altcoin's going up faster. And that difference in length, that's positive for altcoins going up faster. Therefore, Bitcoin dominance would go down. So that's Bitcoin dominance, how to interpret it. It goes up in two general ways. It only goes down in one main way during, essentially bullish moments, super bullish moments. Yeah, but there are two ways it can go up. And so from November or late October 2022 to now, that was the less likely way for it to go up, and that is common. That commonly happens at the beginning of an all crypto move up. Bitcoin typically dominates the first leg of it. So I feel that leg might be over. So either we're going to have a pretty big move down, or we're going straight into altcoin season. I feel is the most two likely situations. One of those is a breakout. One of those is a rejection. Is this on logarithmic? It is. If you want to make yours look like this, I am on the weekly time frame. Now let's go on to the second idea that I wanted to go over. And this is just a fantastic question. I got asked, this is where there is no perfect answer. You're just trying to make the best guess, all right? And it takes practice. The question was, on which time frame should I wait to make confirmations of signals? For example, if somebody wants to bail, like let's say they have a bag of one crypto or maybe 10 cryptos, but they think this pullback is going to go a little deeper and they want to buy a higher low. When Bitcoin's making a higher low, they want to rebuy those altcoins. So I want to sell some now and accumulate with other people's money because I'm going to sell now and buy lower. Therefore, with the same amount of money, I have more crypto and I couldn't do that without other people selling. How do I confirm that I should buy in that idea? Or how do I confirm that my plan was wrong, therefore I should buy back while I can? How do I bail on my plans and get back in? Or how do I confirm my plans were right? On what time frame should I do that? There really is no best answer, because if you're trading on futures, anything over 7x or higher, you're probably going to want to use refer to the daily, but maybe use the 1 hour max as your time frame to confirm things. Nothing higher, because you're using high leverage. And the higher leverage you are, the smaller time frame. So if that does not describe you, then the rest of the answer should be appropriate. What I personally like to do, I like to do two things. I like to start with a large time frame, maybe even the 3 month. And if I think this is a pullback, which we obviously are pulling back, Ethereum's gone down 20%. Let's actually start with a monthly. Now we say, all right, is this a monthly move? Well, on the monthly, you formed a low, a higher low, confirmed a higher high. You don't have that next higher low, right? So, but in bull markets, you don't get higher lows. You only get a 1 month red candle and then continuation for 3 months, 1 month red candle continuation. So kind of over here where it all started. I think that should be the October. No, that's the September candle. Started in October. So the bull market started in October. That's the October candle. Right? You had one hesitation, kablam. 2017. You had 3 red candles. And so this is 2016, 4 in a row, 1 red candle, continuation, 1 red candle, continuation, 6 in a row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no, 5 in a row, 1 candle, continuation. So if that's going to happen, then it is not a monthly pullback. It's going to be more like a daily, weekly at most, but more likely it's only a daily pullback. So the question is this going to be a triple top and we're getting a monthly pullback? Or is it going to be a weekly pullback and we're going to consolidate at look left these previous highs in a weekly pullback? Or is it going to be a daily pullback where maybe we get tricked with a red month closure here, but then it just bounces at 58K and just keeps going? And so for each of those cases, how do you confirm? Like, when do you know, like, okay, it's time to buy back? What you can do is try to guess what are the 2 most likely timeframes this is pulling back. For me, because Bitcoin, and so how you answer that question, like where do the with which cookie crumbs do you begin? That is hard. However, here there's something glaring. We're just really lucky right now. Potential first time in Bitcoin's history, 7 green monthly closures. Potentially for the first time in history. So that makes me guess this is going to be at minimum a weekly pullback. But if it's a bull market in 2024, which would be a whole year early out of the 4-year cycle, essentially breaking the 4-year cycle in a early bullish way. If that's the case, then it's only a daily pullback and we're only going to get 1 month red and it's going to continue. So how can you tell, right? Are we in a bull market or not? So we're going back to the question, are we in a triple top or are we in a bull market, or are we going to get faked out above the triple top and then come down? Three main ideas. So you can see this isn't easy because it has permission to do each. This could be a 2024 bull market and we don't know. Therefore, for each of your best guess timeframes, like the daily, just make your daily targets. If it's pulling back, that means it's going to make probably a higher low, or it's going to take out the previous low and V-shape above it. That's how Bitcoin moves. It makes daily higher, even weekly higher lows in 2 different ways. Main ways. It hits trend lines. Actually 3 main ways. Hits trend lines, which that would be aggressive. It goes to the previous daily. Let me zoom in. It goes to the previous daily higher low and then bounces, or it takes out the look left previous daily higher low and V shapes up and goes like that. Goes below that area for a nice fake out where people like BlackRock are the ones selling on spot, acquiring longs as everybody's shorting, and then they buy back on spot. That would be a BlackRock move. And other sophisticated algos that can move the market. Those are the 3 main ways it happens. So set your targets. If it's a daily pullback, it's probably got to stop here or here. But watch out, if it goes below that point, if it V-shapes back up, it was a daily pullback. So in this case, if it doesn't stop at one of these 2 places but keeps going down, it's a weekly pullback or a monthly pullback. So you need to look at those charts. But if it can stop at one of these 2 areas, since this is my super macro mega chart, and this line's pretty powerful, I have an idea. But if it's a weekly pullback, mark those areas. Same type of concept. It would go below that support line, and it would hit a trend line perhaps like this, connecting wick to wick, connecting that wick to that wick, and that actually could be a daily, that could be the dip and rip actually. So a dip and rip would mean it's a hybrid between a daily and a weekly pullback. But this would be the aggressive weekly pullback as low as about 51.52. So if it's a weekly pullback, it needs to go well below my other targets, my lower target of 52, needs to go back there and not V-shape back up. So if it's a weekly pullback, Bitcoin will at least go below 55K. If it's a daily pullback, it has a chance to stay well above it. And so then you could ask the question, how long will that take? Well, you could just draw over natural price and just try to make natural price movement. If it is a weekly pullback, the aggressive type, because this is an aggressive ascending line, how long would it take for us to be back at current price? So just draw it naturally. That's 100 days to get back to current price. So there is no best way to confirm. You have to find which cookie crumbs you're going to chase, find clues, and then make a game plan for your top 2 or 3 best guesses. If it's a monthly pullback, I still don't think Bitcoin's going under 40K. If this is a triple top and we're going to have a 2025 bull market and not a 2024 bull market, fingers crossed, I hope it's not a 2024 bull market, because I think it could ruin the bull market, but then I don't see Bitcoin going below this super macro mega chart, the line that has not been touched since it bounced at $2 back in 2011. And just drawing naturally, how fast does Bitcoin go down? Okay, typically doesn't go down any faster than that. Should be around 40K. 36 on a wick. And that's a fast, remember how aggressive that bear market was? That's at the fastest. If it's slightly less aggressive than that, which is more likely, it's going to be closer to 40. How long would that take? Well, draw some, and the way it could get there is it could range and then dip and rip on the monthly and then go for 2025 bull market, which right here is February of 2025. How long would that take? If it's a monthly range, not necessarily a pullback, that's over a year. Just to get to the low, to get to where it recovers, that's almost 500 days. So this is why my last public YouTube video, I really focused, or was it the one before, that I focused heavily on, you need to know your 4 main options. Either this is a triple top, a bull trap above a triple top, perhaps as high as 85K, 80-85, before it falls back, slams back down, 2024 bull market, or question mark something else that I just can't anticipate. For example, it hits 105K, pulls back to 70K to prove that as support, and then it waits there and then does a 2025 bull market. That goes to 300K, like question mark. You need to know your 4 main ideas here, and that will help guide you through here. How do I play my altcoins? If it's a weekly pullback, it's going to go down this far and it's going to take that long. So I shouldn't be hyperventilating. I'm going to buy back. Like it's a 4-hour, it's a 4-hour higher low. The 4-hour RSI flipped red, flipped green. I got a higher low, and the stochastic RSI on the 5 minutes up. Woo, bull market. No, you need to know your main options so you can cool your tits and have a solid game plan that's not emotional for how to play these altcoins, assuming you're playing altcoins or you're playing futures and trading. So that's what is at stake right now, and it is very important. I feel that question was so good during that Discord call today, because 7 green months has never happened. Yeah, the last bull market of 2021 is only 6 in a row, from October to March. This would be the first time ever. Therefore, I think it's an exceptionally appropriate thing to have in your mind. Okay, probably going to pull back at this area. Is it 2024 bull market where we only get 1 red monthly candle and therefore it's a daily pullback? Or a daily pullback with a dip and rip? Is it going to be a weekly pullback? Is it going to be a monthly pullback? What am I doing with my alts? How alert in crypto should I be? It's going to help you answer those questions. You just got Timified Worldwide. Peace.